All right, Ed, pretend like you're doing something.
No, I am doing something, son of a gun. Pretend like I'm doing something. Cleaning out our namesake shed.
We got our videographer here.
Yes, sir.
Fix your mistake from last week, where you made an S-curve out of the top rail.
We got it.
Don't give me...
I got 2 new rails down there. You can try it again. Because I want this roof on the bottom edge just as straight as it can be. Because that's what the inspector will look at.
How about Jim?
I got it.
Okay, for you.
We don't make mistakes.
I know we used to keep that feeling out of sight. It's getting stronger. I feel it burning in my mind. So it's teasing me, it's going deep inside. Come on and lay tender, it's gonna rescue me. Show me how sweet and easy it can be. And let us stick together and make it happen.
Are we done with the roof?
Then take a
Yes.
ferry.
Okay.
Thanks.
Done. Take a ferry and go over to Victoria Island
All right, Tom,
and take
you're
in
doing
the
good.
Fruit Short
Yeah.
Garden.
What it is first.
And then we'll go get that.
Okay.
Do the best I can. Let me tremble with your
The guy.
Hey, how you doing, Tom? Bart?
You are the man.
We knew we could count on you for a camera, as always.
Oh, watch me, my friend. I feel you reaching in my mind. Though I know we'll be in love for one night. I keep on trying to change my point of view again. But everything seems to be the same. I want you where you are now. Don't wanna lose you. Oh, I won't think it over again. Take it to the top. Tell me of your hidden thoughts. Come on, let me love you again. Do the best I can. Make me tremble with your breath.
I'm going to start this, what is going to be a rather brief ceremony, and I apologize for the heat, but it is June in Golden, so it's warm. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Golden Lions Club, our president, J.W. Hunt, and our members, we welcome you to a brief ceremony. A lot of these lions are here, and they probably got raffle books in their pockets, so if they attempt to hassle you to buy some chances, I do apologize. Besides the lunch, we have members of the fire department, especially retirees, Stoo's friends, and of course the family, wife Carolyn, son Rick, daughter Jody. Welcome. Before we dedicate this plaque right to my right by having the family remove the covering and then get to a real celebration of Stoo's life, because we have some liquid and solid refreshments inside the shed once we're finished, you'll first have to endure a few words from me. I don't talk very long, so. Stoo was born in 1936. Everybody knows he's a native of Golden. His father was a judge. He was a volunteer firefighter who became chief of the department. He coached junior baseball. He delivered meals on wheels with his brother Duffy. Attended virtually every Mines football game, first on the chain gang and then later on as a timekeeper with his brother and Don Egbert. But mainly for us here today, he was a Lion for over 20 years. He held many club offices, including that of president. He also received the Lions' highest award, a Melvin Jones Fellow, back in 2004, and was named Line of the Year in 2008. He served on many committees, including KidSite, the Postal Food Drive, the 4th of July, where, as everybody knows, he handled the fireworks. And of course, he chaired our hands-on work projects, where we did a lot of things in the parks around Golden, and he's known for many years doing that. I was thinking recently how fitting it is that this year, in 2011, we are turning the fireworks on the 4th of July over to the city of Golden. And I said, you know, it really takes a city to replace Stoo. Think of that. And I was also reminiscent about bantering with him when we were out on a project all the time. You know, Nike has this, not only the schmooze, but it has the slogan of just do it. Well, if you asked Stoo a question when we were doing a project, he had that saying well before Nike. He would tell you to just do it. Of course, he'd add a few other words, but I won't get into that. But for Stoo, this place was his pride and joy. The line shed, where we store tents, tables, chairs, which are used by many and most of the community groups. And for many years, without fanfare, he would come up here all different times of the day, all summer long, and meet the needs of those groups by helping them load tables and chairs, and in many cases, delivering them themselves. It was only the last couple of years that he let me help him. I had to really force myself on him. And I got to appreciate what he did. And thankfully, he was around when we redid this shed just recently with the new roof and the new siding. He supervised the work. We wouldn't let him do any work, but he sure and hell supervised it. And he gave it a seal of approval. So today it's only fitting that we put a plaque on this building, because this was his pride and joy. And so when groups come to pick up tables and chairs, they'll remember who did it before for him. And of course, we honor Stoo today. Husband, father, fire chief, tremendous community volunteer, and of course, a Golden Line. So with that, I'd like to have Rick and Jody and Carolyn come up. And let's take this baby off.
I don't need that.
You got it on, man.
I don't need that.
You can just pull it off at the top. You know, There you go. Now, Stoo would love that, because he doesn't have a tuxedo on, he has a hammer in his hand, and that's Stoo Reinhardt. So listen, that's our dedication. Come in, have some refreshments, hang around, look at the plaque, say hello to the family, and enjoy yourself for the next hour or so. Thank you very much for coming.
To the wind, I know we used to keep that feeling out of sight. It's getting stronger, I feel it burning in my mind, slowly teasing me, it's going deep inside. Come on and release down on my skin. Show me how sweet and easy it can be, and let us stick together and make it happen. I won't link it up.